Now in this video, I want to show you how to use the gate as an expander. The expander on the gate is activated with the EXP button. So I'm going to turn the gate on, I'm going to turn the expander function on, and one thing you'll notice when you turn that on is the range light goes out. So this control that controls how much gain reduction you get when the gate kicks in, that gets turned off. So you could sort of think of the expander of being a gate with an automatic range control. Well, in reality, what an expander does is below the threshold for the gate, as long as the signal's below the threshold, it actually turns down the signal based on a fixed ratio. At least that's how this one works. And so it kind of gives you the effect of the threshold control getting a little bit smarter. As you turn the threshold up, the actual things below the threshold start to get turned down automatically, or they're attenuated rather than just cutting completely out. As a matter of fact, the expander is the default mode for the gate on this board, and it's the standard mode on the 1642 as well. So you can't even turn off the expander mode on that directly on the board. So let's just take a look at how that works. And I've widened the shot a little bit on this one so we can see the comparative level and the gain reduction as it kicks in. So the effect is, as I turn this up, that will turn down the things that are below the threshold. So you can more or less slowly ease out or lower what's in the background. Now we're going to use the snare as the sample, and I will play back, slowly raise the threshold, and you'll hear how the less strong beats start to fade. So it doesn't completely cut off the lower level signal. Now one thing we also can do is tweak the attack and release. Because this is drums, we're probably going to want to shorten the attack and also lower the release. And the release really needs to match kind of the tempo of the song, so that between beats we have a chance for the gain reduction to recover. You can see the gain reduction right up here. I'm going to manipulate the attack. You'll hear the definition of the snare change as I change the attack. Then I'm going to change the release, ultimately lowering it. But you'll see if I get it up high, the gain reduction never really completely kicks in. So these are really important parameters, particularly thinking about the release being matching to the tempo of the song. So I'll play back and I'll make those adjustments. You can see I just turned the volume down now so I can point at the meter. You can see how this moves along with the tempo, and I've carefully adjusted this to watch and to listen that after the beat that it's actually gating out, so that each time it hits a new beat it's going to reopen this gate. So that's how you use the gate as an expander. It's really as simple as hitting the expand button, which turns off the range control, and it kind of makes the range control built in to the threshold control, or what's called the gate knob on the board. Now an important fact is you can get largely the same effect by just using the standard mode and adjusting the range. So I just want to show you that we can do something very similar. We'll start with the expand mode on, then I'll turn that off and adjust this, and you'll see how I can get a very, very similar result by adjusting both of these controls. So that's kind of a summary using the gate as an expander. It's a very subtle difference. The expander is actually a little bit easier to tweak if you're kind of tweaking this on the fly, but it won't completely cut off the note or mute out the signal in the background. And that's how the expander works on the Studio Live AI Gate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.